morning, guitar players. I am Ellen Britton, and I am so glad that you are joining me here weekly Facebook Live mini guitar lesson. We do this every Thursday morning, 9:45 CT, Central Time, because here we are in Nashville. And I'm just so glad you're here. We do all sorts of little tidbits of whatever we feel like doing here on Thursday morning. Recently, last couple of weeks, we've been doing some Travis picking, and we're going to do a really cool little groove kind of Travis picking with a lilt here today. Before we jump into that, I want to encourage you to look in the description, and you'll see some links that you're going to want to check out. My website, my YouTube channel, where there's oodles and oodles of all kinds of things, mini guitar lessons, interviews with really interesting people relating to music. Anyway, maybe most importantly, there's a really quick, easy sign up for my free monthly newsletter. And that way we can stay connected, which is kind of my goal. Also, you're going to see some information and a link about my monthly Zoom class. February, our class is on next Wednesday, February 17th in the evening, 6:30 p.m. Central Time till 8 p.m. So a 90-minute Travis picking. And I know you care about Travis picking because you're here. So all levels welcome. If you're new to Travis picking, come on and join us. If you've had some experience with it and are looking for more variations and fun things to play with, come on and join us. I'm gonna give everybody something to enjoy and be challenged by. So there's a link to sign up for that. So let me tell you what we're gonna do today. We're gonna take a step forward from what we've done the last couple weeks in terms of Travis picking. Like the quickie review is that your thumb goes and forth when you're Travis picking, and we kind of build a whole style of playing around that thumb going back and forth. If that is new information for you, you may want to go back to my my little mini lesson from 2 weeks ago. It's called Intro to Travis Picking, and then last week is called Travis Picking for Real, because we got some fingers involved and we did our first real Travis picking pattern. Super simple, anybody can do it. So check that out from last week. Today what we're going to do is we're actually going to play fewer notes, in a sense, a couple of notes. Actually, in a bar, we're going to skip 3/8 notes. I know that sounds technical, but you're going to love it. It sounds like this. So maybe you can hear that kind of has a rhythm like this. That there's some spaces in there. It's not this. Okay, which is the sound you're going to hear from the audience after you Travis pick. Maybe louder and faster, but anyway, so this constant sound, that's the pattern we did last week, and every little eighth note spot is filled up with a note. 1 and 2, So last week was, and I love that and use it all the time, but today what we're going to do is we're going to leave out three little spaces. So if you have a good math brain, you may be able to figure out that, well, wait a second, if there's 8 eighth notes and we're going to leave 3 of them out, I think we're going to play 5 notes. Ding, ding, that's exactly right. So let's talk about what we're going to play. We're going to have the thumb play bass, 3, 1, 2, 3. Those are the strings I'm talking to you about. So it's, right now I'm on a G chord. So my bass note's on the 6th string. 6, 3, 1, 2, 3. 6, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right? Now, I want you to notice which fingers I'm using. My thumb is playing the bass note and the 3rd string. My middle finger's playing the high string. and my index finger's playing the second string. That's actually super important that you be smart about which fingers you're using. You don't want to traffic jam. You don't want to kind of do it different every time and have to figure it out. And let's figure out what's the smart finger and just set it and forget it. That's going to make you a smoother, better, less distracted finger picker. So I got my middle finger on the high string, my index finger on the second, and my thumb's going to take care of the bass note and the third string. So bass, 3, 1, 2, 3. Bass, 3, 1, 2, 3. Bass, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, if you're the kind of person that really likes to see things written down, look in the description. You will see that I have written that pattern for you. B is bass, so B, 3, 1, 2, 3. B, 3, 1, 2, 3. And what you're also going to see there is that there's a little dash or a hyphen in 3 places. That's where there's a little space. And if you ignore that, you're going to come up with something that makes no sense. So those spaces are just as important as the notes you're playing. All right? So if you like to count, you're going to count like this. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. All right? Or All right? Work on that. Once that starts to sink in, try a C chord, because that means your bass note moves to the 5th string, but everything else is the same, so only that first note changes. So that's going to sound like this. 5, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then your D will be 4, 3, 1, 2, 3. Back to G. 3, 1, 2, 3. Bass. 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. My Zoom class next Wednesday night happens to be on the art of finger pick, or the art of Travis picking. So if this is fun for you, or even if it's really hard, but you like the sound of it, which I think is everybody, because I have to say there's very few things that I like the sound of better than Travis picking. It's a little addictive. Here's what it's going to sound like when it grows up, okay? Like... that was basically the pattern that we did today, just kind of smooth and all fast and beautiful. So good luck with that. Have fun. I would really love to see you join me next Wednesday, February 17th for the Art of Travis Picking. Everyone's welcome. There's a link for more information and to sign up right there in the description. And make sure you sign up for my newsletter, because there's just a lot of fun stuff in there. So anyway, meanwhile, stay in the groove.